Boss, we've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid. Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ.
Boss, we've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
We placed the White Mamba and the rest of his unit in the staff living quarters.
How's that going?
It's a disaster, but what else can we do? We've taken away his weapons and banned him from using his nom de guerre. Apparently his real name is Eli. He must feel like we stripped him of his whole identity. We'll let things simmer down. I put a guard on him for now. Still, the question is, who is he? Where did he come from? And how has he survived?
He's still not talking.
No, he won't say a word about himself. But you know, it looks like he speaks English. One of the deck crew called out to him in English, and he said something back. He just lost it all of a sudden, started mouthing off at the guy, in perfect English. He wasn't stringing together words he picked up somewhere.
So English is his mother tongue.
He could be from the east, or the south, or maybe even further north or south. English is well established in countries all across the continent. It's rooted in Africa like a weed, or maybe parasite is the better word. So just speaking English doesn't help us figure out where he comes from.
Could even be from off-continent.
Right. In any case, we'll keep an eye on him. If we learn anything else, I'll be sure to let you know.
That's the target. I remember him. He was off base during the attack 9 years ago. Bring him home, boss. Coming too. Roger that.
Two engineers are being held in the observation post southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. Boss, your mission is to rescue them. The targets are civilians, one male, one female. They were dispatched to the area by an international health organization, but disappeared shortly after. Extract the two targets and help them escape the country.
Yeah.
Rescue the two prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, one male, one female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases.
Whoa.
They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Nzoya Badiabulu. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place. That's one of the targets. He's an engineer with an American medical equipment manufacturer. After he got his medical degree, he started working in Namibia. He's a straight arrow, hardworking, specializes in a range of fields. Quite the skill set. But best of all, he isn't tied down, and he's been considering a career change. We don't know how he ended up getting sent to this conflict zone, but if we can convince him to join us, he'll make a valuable asset. She's a volunteer with a medical NGO, and is the male target support. Though she's been in the field a while, that's all we know. Not much intel on her abilities. Our client this time round is the NGO she works for, and her sponsor was the Male Targets Corporation. Those are the tents where the targets are being held. They were originally the researchers' accommodations. The threat level seems relatively low.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself. Check her face. See if she's a target. You need to help her.
Pieter gaan kijken. Volg mij. Hit it!
That looks like the target.
Here to save me. I was called here to transport and set up equipment at a medical facility and examine the patients there. But never did I imagine. What was that? I never seen symptoms.
CFP, begrijp. We gaan naar zoektocht. Dus zo als mogelijk. Uit.
Target extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
Moet Pieter gaan kijken. Volg mij. Hit it! Begeer het. Zie goed. sy? Dis nodig om jou stasie te gebruik. Sy moet hier bly totdat ons nuwe bevele ontvang. As jy haar gaan doodmaak, doen dit buite. Nee, sy gaan na die kliënt toe. Hoekom? Wil haar waarskynlik eers ondervra. Dis niks persoonlik tog. Om te dink ons het julle tot 'n paar dae gelede beskerm. Mens weet nooit wat om hier te verwag. Volgende keer kan ons in haar skoene wees. Lyk asof ons beide wag vir 'n held, Tom. Moenie idees in haar kop sit nie. Wat is die probleem? In elk geval, ons vaai. Roger.
na jou pos. Oor.
Coming too. Roger that. Rescue the 2 prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians, 1 male, 1 female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Nzoya Badiabulu. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place. Squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself. You need to help her.
So, you're here to save me. I was called here to transport and set up equipment at a medical facility and examine the patients there. But never did I imagine what was that. Never seen those symptoms before. And that treatment. No treatment at all. It was like we were cultivating a pathogen.
Target extracted. Now extract the remaining target.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. 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 Whoa, whoa.
Is to extract the targets. Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Good work. Now exfiltrate. That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss. Mission complete. Great work. Boss, we placed the 2 targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher used them, and would have eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngamba. They examine the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English was one of them.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
The boss is back. Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
What's the matter?
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand! Hold her still! Dismissed.
Payback for how they treated her?
Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Boss, train with me. I'm out. Boss! What is it, Snake? Oh, somebody took this while we were fishing. That day, I figured out that it doesn't really matter if you catch a fish or not. Just waiting for a fish together can be the most fun of all. Oh yeah, Chico got all worked up and almost fell into the sea. When they do some more fishing, tell me, okay? I am so tired. I will just lie here a while.
Roger.
This is Pequod. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is Pequod. On station at LZ. Heading for objective.
Boss, come in. Boss? Boss!
Boss, welcome home.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude.
Boss, this contract comes from the Mbele rebel militants. That's right. That general's fighters. Recently, one of their child soldier platoons staged an insurrection and split from the main group. Thing is, they took a hostage with them. The general's brother, his number 2. The contract is to extract both that prisoner and the leader of the renegade platoon. The message reads, "Bring him back to me alive." It also says about the leader of the child soldiers. He is an excellent soldier, and here are your objectives. First, rescue and return the general's number 2 as requested. Second, extract the renegade leader, and we'll keep him at Mother Base. In other words, extract both targets out of the region. Good luck, boss.
Mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the general's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbele militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt. He's the rescue target. The second in command of the Mbele rebel militants. He's the younger brother of the general, but he's only distinguished himself these last few years. Still, to think he got himself captured by a bunch of children. Unless he went with them of his own accord.
Be careful down there, boss.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
Is that him? Okay, that's the General's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss. There he is, the commander. Extract him. Great. You've located both the targets. Now extract them. The order doesn't matter.
Where are your friends? Hands up. Get down.
Usa isso. Ketinge. We futulaka mono. Nanima. Me kwenda.
Another group of child soldiers? No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. Boss, another child soldier has entered the village. Must have been out on patrol. Looks like they had more than one patrol out. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself. Roger.
squad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B squad. On station at LZ.
Alright, now you just need to extract the General's number 2. That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Departing.
That's the way.
Yes, mission complete. Boss, that was exceptional. Boss, about how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the General's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him. He said, if I'm working for you, I can be number 2 or number 200 for all I care.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop.
Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean. You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. That'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you. Of course, it's just a temporary measure until we find a permanent solution. But at least they'd be in solitary isolation so they won't infect each other, and we get the mental care they need. If we do nothing, we'll only lose more people. We have no choice. Boss, open your iDroid. I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up. isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic. Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you. The staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Boss, a new job's come in. It's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shabani and the others to Nzoia Badia Bulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.